Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 285, the chicken slaughter. Anyway, what did we do today? We did a virtue building experience, and it was really great fun, and I wasn't looking forward to it, but it turned out much better than I thought it would be. So, just a reminder, what are the seven virtues of the Catholic Church? And in fact, there are a lot more than seven virtues, but the four cardinal virtues are peanut butter and jelly, French toast, and then the theological ones, or the biblical ones, or the divine ones are faith, hope, and love. So, peanut butter and jelly, prudence and justice. French toast is fortitude and temperance, and then faith, hope, and love. Now, a couple months ago, maybe almost a year ago, my wife and I had the idea that we were actually going to have a chicken slaughter because we were saying kids don't do things difficult enough in this world. They don't have to like work on farms and like help calves get birthed and like slaughter chickens and things like that. They don't have to do the kind of the gross work and the yucky work. And so we decided to design a chicken slaughter. So I guess maybe 3 months ago we bought a bunch of birds. They were 10-week birds. We happened to overdo them a little bit, so they were kind of quite ginormous by the time we got around to chicken slaughter today. But nonetheless, the virtue that we were working on today was fortitude. Now, just a reminder to everybody. So, what are the virtues? The virtues are things that we're supposed to strive for, and we're supposed to like analyze ourselves, analyze our own internal soul, and see where we lie on the virtue scales. And we're supposed to try to perfect all the virtues. And if we perfect all the virtues, then we actually become Christ-like. That's like we perfecting ourselves. That's the point of what we're supposed to do. And to perfect the virtues, you actually have to change your behavior and align it more towards the virtues than the vices. Now, the virtue today of fortitude we were working on. Fortitude is the virtue of doing hard, difficult things even when you don't want to, or essentially perseverance. This is the opposite of the vice of effeminacy. Effeminacy, as Thomas Aquinas defined it, is the disordered attachment to pleasure. So, if you think about it, like most people in this world are too attached to pleasure. Things like Sunday football on TV, or looking at their iPhone all the time, or social media, or Catholic Dad videos, or I'm just teasing about that last one. But you get my point. Is we're doing things that are very comfortable, and a lot of people always go to their comfort zone and they don't do the hard, difficult thing. And so, and that's actually bad if you're supposed to go into this world and become somebody responsible, and pick up responsibility and like form a family and like forge forward and become a beacon of hope for the future of the world. Like you actually have to pick up the yoke of life, pick that up and like plow the field. That's what you're supposed to do. So you're supposed to go toward the hard and the difficult. You're supposed to take great responsibility and difficulty on your shoulders, and then that makes the world a better place for everybody else. So, how do you know if you have effeminacy and not virtue? Well, that's something that you have to figure out on your own. But some basic tests are this: like, do you get really annoyed when somebody takes your phone away? They can't look at it, or do you dread going to work? Some days, do you not like chores after work? If there's some chore that needs to get done, or are you kind of moping, complaining about it? If that's you, then you actually have to take hard, difficult tasks on, and you actually have to do them. Because if you do them and you force yourself to do them, you're actually going to habituate behavior and make yourself more virtuous in terms of fortitude. And you got to get that effeminacy out of your life, because effeminacy it's a bad, bad vice. Not good. It infests the heck out of boys these days, and men. Women to a lesser degree, but certainly women do struggle with it as well. And so, anyway, so we had a hard, difficult job today. We had 20 large birds, and we had two families show up to the house, which was really great. And I'm sure they weren't looking forward to it either, but they showed up nonetheless. It was a hard, difficult job, and we slaughtered birds all day long, and we cut their heads off, and we plucked their feathers, and we gutted them out, and so it was kind of a gross job, and it was a difficult job. But I'll tell you what, when you have people that go toward difficult, hard jobs with positivity, it makes hard, difficult jobs much, much easier. And so that's the way it worked out today. I didn't hear one negative emotion or one negative statement today at all about what we were doing. Like nobody said this is too gross or this is too hard. I don't want to do this. Blah 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 blah. Nobody complained at all. And we just forged through the birds. We got let's see, we got 20 birds done, big birds, by the way, 20 birds done in about 2 hours of work, which was really quite good. And everybody took some chicken home for the freezer. Um, anyway, and the other thing I wanted to talk about was this, you know, going to work is a hard, difficult task. Going, yeah, shopping's a hard, difficult task. Praying's a hard, difficult task. And so today, when I saw a whole bunch of people were not complaining about doing a hard, difficult task, it made it easier on everybody. And so that kind of like let's up the positivity in the world for people, because when you go to work, it's a hard, difficult task. When you're positive, you make it easier on everybody else. If somebody's negative, it makes it harder on you. If you're negative, you make it harder on everybody else as well. And so work on the virtue of fortitude, everybody. I mean, if you don't have like a backyard to do a chicken slaughter or something like that, go hunting, gut out a deer, carry it home on your shoulders, things like that. And you don't even have to do that. Go for a jog, lift some weights, work on the hard, difficult things, become disciplined, do things you don't want to do, get out of your comfort zone, and learn to fight on. And so here's the deal, too. When you think of the virtue of fortitude, what do you think of? I tend to think of a soldier storming the beaches of Normandy, doing hard, difficult tasks you don't want to do. Like, most of those guys didn't come out alive. But they did it nonetheless for the good of other people. That's what fortitude is. And so, anyway, this is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Please like or subscribe, get to Mass, pray the daily rosary, and have a chicken slaughter if you can do it. God bless you all.